So I recently shot a video that had both indoor and outdoor scenes, and when I got back and started editing it, I quickly realized that the outdoor scenes just sounded so much better than the scenes shot in here in my studio. You know what? Let's go outside and you can hear for yourself. So I'm outside now in a nice big open space, and you may hear a difference in my audio. It may sound just a little bit crisper, a little bit cleaner. At least I think so anyway. So let me do a really quick audio test to see if you can hear a difference. Audio test, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what you think? Could you hear a difference from me being in my studio to being outdoors in a nice big open space? All right, it's a little chilly out here, so let's head back inside. So I hopped on the internet and I did a little bit of research, and what I realized was that I'm actually hearing an echo in here in my studio. You know what? Let me just show you. So as you can see, behind my microphone is just nothing. It's just a hollow blank wall. There's nothing on there. So my voice is bouncing off that wall, coming back into the microphone, and that's what's creating this echo effect. But it's also bouncing off my ceiling up there. It's probably bouncing off this wall. It's probably bouncing off that wall and that door as well, and probably even this wall back here a little bit. And all these sounds are hitting the microphone at slightly different times, and that's creating an echo effect in my audio. So once I realized the problem, did a little research, I immediately hopped on Amazon and I bought some of these. These are 2-inch sound dampening panels. And the idea behind these is that you place these all over your walls and your voice is going to hit them. It's going to absorb some of that, but a lot of it's actually going to reflect and it's going to scatter in different directions. So I bought a few of these 2-inch panels, and then I also bought some 1-inch panels. So supposedly, according to the internet, the 2-inch panels absorb different frequencies than a 1-inch panel. Now, if you had to choose between one or the other, go with the 2-inch. This is kind of the standard size that most YouTubers use. In addition to that, I also bought some of these, which are known as bass traps, and these actually go into the corners of your rooms, and supposedly these will help reduce the bass echo. It gets those lower frequencies. So another thing that you're gonna need is something to mount these to the walls with. Now, some people straight up glue these to the walls, but if you're ever going to move, that is just going to like destroy your wall. So a few of these came with these 3M double-sided adhesive tapes that you stick to the back of them, you stick to the walls. Supposedly these won't damage your wall. And then I also bought some of these command strips, and I've used these before, and again, it's just an adhesive that doesn't damage your wall. Now, the last thing I bought to try to help out with this echo is actually a curtain rod. I've got a giant window right here, and I don't have any curtains on it. So once again, my sound from my voice is bouncing off those windows and coming back and hitting the microphone. Now, having a nice thick curtain can also really help dampen some of those echoes. All right, so let's start installing these, and I'll do another sound test at the very end, and you can tell me if you can hear a difference from before and after. Done. I've got all the panels and all the bass traps installed. I've got my curtains installed. You know what? Let me just go ahead and show that to you. So back here you can see I've got the curtains installed. I've been meaning to do that for a while. I think that may actually help dampen some of the audio and actually help with any light that used to leak in here as well. You know, natural light is great, but the problem is when the clouds go over the sun, it can change the lighting coming in. So I try to avoid any natural light if I can. I think these curtains are gonna help out a lot. So right back here is kind of the problem area. This is where I usually have my microphone set up on top of my camera here. So that was a big concern for me, and I stuck most of my 2-inch panels directly behind the microphone. Now, you don't always need to go with just a straight up wall like that. You can kind of scatter these around. And then back here, I've got a few more kind of scattered around. I got a bass trap up there. This wall was a big concern for me as well because this is a big blank wall. So I stuck all of my extra 1-inch dampeners up against this wall. And then I got a few more just kind of scattered around here. Now I had a few extra, so I stuck them up here against this wall. I'm hoping that it's gonna be out of frame, but I think they may be in frame just a little bit. So I might have to cut some of these short just a little bit. So a couple takeaways is that these really can be a pain in the neck to actually stick to your wall. I tried getting away with just having 2 3M strips on some of these, and that was not working. These things were falling off the wall left and right. You really need at least 4. Some of them I have 5 on there, and I really had to press them against the wall to actually get them to stay up there. I tried sticking a few on the ceiling, and even with 5 different strips, I could not get these to stay on the ceiling. Another thing I want to point out is when you stick these up on the walls, you want to alternate from going horizontal to vertical. By doing vertical, you're actually going to scatter those audio waves in a different direction than the panel right next to it, which is horizontal. It's going to scatter them just in a different direction. So before I do the final audio test, I do have a few more tips for you if you are experiencing an echo in your YouTube studio. So the first tip is just have stuff in your room and on your walls. Things like this and like this help absorb and diffuse those audio waves much, much better than just a blank wall. So have furniture, have decorations, have bookshelves, have things in your room to help kind of scatter those audio waves and absorb them. Number 2, if you have hardwood floors, that is terrible for echoes. I really recommend you get a nice thick rug to lay down in your studio, and that rug will absorb a lot of those audio waves as well. And number 3, if you're like me, if you don't have any curtains hanging up in your room, get a nice thick set of curtains and put that up in front of your window. Again, that thick curtain is going to help absorb some of those audio waves and diffuse the echo. I will say that I can hear a difference being in this room. I feel like I don't hear as much of an echo. It actually sounds kind of weird in here now because I'm so used to having that echo effect going on when I speak. So let's go ahead and do a final audio test, and you tell me down in the comments section below if you can hear a noticeable difference from before and after. Audio test, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Audio test, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 17, 18, 19, 20. If you want to learn more about setting up your own personal YouTube studio, check out this playlist right here of some of the best videos I've found on the web. Everything from lighting to audio to gear setup, you'll find right here in this playlist. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys over in the next video.